All right, let's talk about something that I think is going to hit home for a lot of you. It's that classic story of a supposedly simple software install that just completely spirals out of control. We're going to follow one user's journey through frustration, confusion, and eventually a little bit of enlightenment, all while trying to set up a piece of AI software.
I mean, come on, who hasn't been here? You find a guide online, it looks super straightforward, and you think, awesome, this will take me like 10 minutes. Then, 3 hours later, you're buried in an obscure forum post from 2012 questioning every decision you've ever made. Well, that exact feeling is where our story kicks off.
And this is the dream, the initial guide for RVC, an AI voice tool. It looks so clean, right? Just 4 simple steps: download, prepare, train, use. This was the promise our user, who goes by Quiz, started with. But as you're about to see, that promise got broken fast.
And so it begins. The first sign of trouble wasn't some big, flashy explosion. Nope, it was a quiet little error message. That beautiful 4-step dream just slammed into a wall, and that wall is something a lot of us know all too well: the Python version Vortex.
Here it is, right from the user. Quiz has Python 3.13, the new, shiny version. But the software guide demands an older one, 3.9. It's a classic dependency issue. Your tools are too modern for the project. Seems like an easy fix, though, doesn't it?
So Quiz does the totally logical thing, gets rid of the new Python, installs the old one. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but it should work. You can almost feel that sense of relief, right? Problem found, solution applied. But oh no, you're just about to step into the next trap.
And there it is. In fixing one problem, a brand new one pops up. The computer suddenly has no idea what pip is, the essential tool you need to actually install Python packages. So now Quiz has the right version of Python, but has lost the tool needed to do anything with it. The simple fix just dug a much, much deeper hole.
This brings us to the true villain of our story. It's an invisible, maddeningly confusing part of your operating system that feels like a force field that just stops you in your tracks. We're talking about the system path.
So what is the path? The easiest way to think about it is like a phone's contact list for your command prompt. When you type a command like Python, your computer doesn't search the entire hard drive. It only looks at the numbers, the folders, in that specific list. If Python's folder isn't on the list, then as far as your computer is concerned, it just doesn't exist.
This quote just perfectly captures the frustration. Quiz is following instructions. They're manually adding the right folder to the path. But even after doing exactly what they're told, the computer just stubbornly says, Python not found. It's that soul-crushing moment where you follow all the rules, but the game still feels completely rigged against you.
And then, a breakthrough. The solution wasn't some complicated piece of code. It was the discovery of a tiny, seemingly insignificant detail, a simple mistake that had a massive impact. Here it is, the big aha moment. Quiz figures out they've been running all the commands as an administrator. Now, this reveals a critical and honestly pretty annoying quirk of Windows. Your regular user account and your admin account have separate path variables. They're 2 different lists. The fix was working on the user's path all along, but the admin window they were using was looking at a completely different, unchanged list. Okay, with the path mystery finally solved, the road ahead looks clear. Python 3.9 is working, pip is working. Victory feels so close. It is finally time to install RVC. But this story has one more cruel twist waiting. You have got to be kidding me. After all that work, all that headache to get Python 3.9 installed and working, the latest version of RVC now says it needs Python 3.10 or newer. The error is literally saying that 3.9 is now too old. Quiz was sent on this massive, frustrating detour only to end up right back where they started. It's the ultimate version ping pong.
And this, right here, is the version trap. Quiz was caught between 2 different worlds. The older guides they were following were all built for Python 3.9, but the software itself, the most up-to-date version, had moved on. It now required Python 3.10 or higher. By following an outdated map, they ended up completely lost.
So Quiz does the only thing they can do: upgrade again. They install Python 3.11 to meet the new requirement. But now the system's own memory has become the enemy. The ghosts of that old setup are still lurking around, just waiting to cause more chaos.
This is just baffling. Quiz uninstalled the old Python, they installed the new 3.11 version,
And yet, when they type Python, the system is still trying to find version 3.9, a version that isn't even on the computer anymore. It's like the system is haunted. How is that even possible?
Time to do some real detective work. A command called where_python reveals the culprits. See, the system is finding 3 different things that call themselves Python, and the order is everything. It's finding an old leftover script and a useless Microsoft Store shortcut before it ever gets to the actual correct installation hiding at the very bottom of the list.
With the imposters identified, the fix is finally simple. Delete that old script, disable the store shortcut, and poof, the system is exercised. The command line is clean, typing Python now runs the correct version 3.11, the environment is perfect. Now, finally, it has to be time to install RVC.
But of course, it's not over. With the Python environment absolutely pristine, Quiz runs the install command one last time and is met with the final boss. And this error has nothing to do with Python versions, nothing to do with paths. This is something new. This is a dependency called fairseq.
And there's the error. A required privilege is not held by the client. It's a permissions issue. Even with a perfect setup, even running as an administrator, the installation just fails. It's trying to do something that Windows fundamentally will not allow.
And here's the heartbreaking truth of it all. The problem isn't Quiz. It's not their setup. A key piece of the software, this fairseq thing, is just notoriously, famously broken on Windows because it was really built for Linux. The heroic quest to build this thing from scratch has hit a solid brick wall. So, after all that, what's the solution? You stop trying to fix the unfixable. You realize you've been taking the hard road this whole time when there was a much, much easier path available. It's time for the easy button escape.
Hey, remember that 4-step guide from the very beginning? Well, this is what it should have been. Someone else in the community already fought this war, already dealt with fairseq, and they packaged everything up into a bundle that just works. The real simple way was never to build it yourself. It was this: download, extract, run. And the journey is finally over.
So what's the big lesson here? It's that the most direct path, the one that says build it from the source code, can sometimes be the most treacherous. The truly easy path is often the one that's been paved for you by an amazing community that has already solved all these problems. So maybe the next time you're stuck in a technical nightmare, the first question shouldn't be, how do I fix this? But has someone already fixed this for me?